Welcome back to Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. We're playing with the Bright Wizard and the Warrior Priest, and I have some time to film again, so I'm going to be doing round 2. Looking at the suggestions and comments and things, looks like, yeah, I agree, we need to get rid of the giant bat. I did do one thing incorrectly in the first episode. I just want to make a correction here. When you activate one of the face-down monsters in the shadows, they do not immediately engage the active player. They are just flipped over, and then you go from left to right and do what needs to be done on the card. Now, luckily, this giant bat I did incorrectly because I had it engage a Bright Wizard, but it retreated back to the shadows. It would not have actually engaged her. Just to clarify that, so that rule is correct. Alright, we're going to be beginning with the Warrior Priest, and I don't know whether to do Battle Prayers or Path of Redemption. I'm thinking I kind of want to do Path of Redemption because I want to get past the Winding Tunnels, because the Winding Tunnels just keep spawning monsters at the end of the location phase. And so I think with that, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do that. So let's take a look at Path of Redemption. It's basically Explore. We're going to be rolling 2 white dice. Then we're going to draw and resolve a dungeon card, and then we get to choose one hero. That hero claims 1 success token. Alright, so let's get to the dice tray. We're going to be rolling 2 white dice. I'm going to put this here to signify that it is going to be exhausted. It's going to go to the dice tray, roll 2 white dice, and see if we can get, we just need 2 more successes for Winding Tunnels. Okay, so we're going to take 2 white dice. He has no monsters engaged with him, so he'll not be rolling the black die. And we get, alright, we get 3 successes there. That is more than enough for our location. So let's go back and continue doing the Path of Redemption card. Alright, so we only need 6. We have 4 on here. We're going to put 3 more. You can't go past the maximum, so we are going to be, instead of 7, we're going to be 6. So when we get to the location phase, we can transition to the next location. Alright, continuing on with Path of Redemption. The next thing, we go top to bottom, it says draw and resolve 1 dungeon card. Alright, so we have to draw and resolve a dungeon card. And what do we have here? We have Good Fortune. Okay. Ronald's lucky coin has 2 faces. They say today your luck is good. Either claim 2 successes or recover 2 wounds. Well, we only have 1 wound, so we are going to claim 2 successes. That's really good. I like that. Alright, so we've had some good fortune, so we get to claim 2 successes, and I think we're going to put one of them on Path of Redemption for exploring. And the other one, where do we want to put it? Maybe we'll put the other one on Righteous Fury for attack. Alright, that was very good. Alright, continuing on with this card. Now it says choose 1 hero. That hero claims 1 success. We're going to choose the Bright Wizard to claim a success, and she's going to put it on Fireball. So now there's 2 successes on Fireball. That is going to be the end of our Warrior Priest turn. Up next will be our Bright Wizard, so we'll get right to her here in a second. Alright, up next we have the Bright Wizard, and I think what we're going to do with the Bright Wizard is we are going to do the Fireball. Now there's already 2 success tokens on here, and the way I understand the rules, you have to apply the success tokens before you roll your dice, just so you know. So it says you may engage 1 enemy, then we're going to get a ranged attack, 2 white die. Before this action, you may suffer a wound to target an additional enemy. So first thing we're going to do is you may engage 1 enemy. And we're going to engage the giant bat because we can't wound him in the shadows. And we want to get rid of him. So we're going to engage him. We're going to bring him down. So we've done that. And it says, so ranged attack too. Before this action, you may suffer a wound to target an additional enemy. So she is going to suffer 1 wound for 3, so she can target both the ghoul and the giant bat at the same time. And what we're going to do is I think we're going to put We're going to put 1 success on the bat and 1 on the ghoul. and see how many successes we can get by rolling 2 white dice. Now we're going to have to roll 2 black dice as well, because we have 2 non-exhausted enemies engaged with the Bright Wizard. Alright, so let's go and roll our 2 white dice, 2 black dice, and see what we get for successes. Okay, so we're going to be rolling 2 white dice and 2 black dice. Shake here and see what we get. Okay, well, this isn't too bad. You can only apply the effects of the Nemesis once, so this is not going to happen twice. And okay, well, actually this is pretty good. So we get 2 successes and a shield. Alright, so let's go back and process the dice and see how we did. Alright, so looking at our dice here, like I said, you can only have 1 Nemesis activity happen at one time. And that on the card says distribute 2 wounds among the party. So what we're going to do here is she has 1 shield, so if she takes 1 wound, she'll block it. So she's going to block the 1 wound going to her, or is it just deal 2 wounds? Oh, deal 2 wounds, which I don't think can be blocked. I'm just going to have to quickly check the rules on that. I'm not sure if we can block that one from the Nemesis or not. Okay, so what I can gather from the rules is you can block with a shield wounds given to you by an attack action. The Nemesis ability is not an attack action, therefore we will have to distribute 2 wounds. So I'm going to give the 2 wounds both to our warrior priest. He's going to go from 1 damage up to 3. If that's incorrect, please leave comments and let me know, but I don't think you can block the Nemesis effect at the bottom of the card, because it says distribute 2 wounds among the party, but it's not an attack action. Anyway, that's how I think it's supposed to work. Please let me know in the comments if that's incorrect. Alright, so we are going to apply, we have 2 successes, we've already got a success each, they have no resilience, so we're going to put 1 more success on the ghoul, 1 more success on the giant bat. We're going to eliminate both of them, so that's awesome. Alright, we've defeated the ghoul, the giant bat, excellent, and now we're going to go back over to our warrior priest. And I think, well, we only have 1 option for the warrior priest because he has 3 exhausted skills already, cards. The only one he has left is battle prayers, so he will be doing battle prayers. It says you may exhaust 1 non-nemesis enemy engaged with you. Well, he doesn't have any enemies engaged with him. Rest, he gets to roll 1 white die, and he'll be rolling no black die because he has no enemies. Choose 1 hero. That hero becomes empowered, and then you ready all your actions. So let's go ahead and do that in order. So he's going to be rolling 1 white die for resting and getting back that many wounds. Alright, 1 white die. Come on, let's get a good roll. And he gets a shield. Shield, which means he heals nothing at all. So that was a failure. Alright, let's go back to battle prayers and see what else we need to do. Alright, that was pretty much a dud of a roll. Alright, we're going to get some of them during the game. It says choose 1 hero. That hero becomes empowered. Well, what does that mean? Well, we have these nice little cards. Let's take a look at empowered. It says do not exhaust. It says do not exhaust the next action card you use. Well, that's pretty powerful. And during that action, apply a success and apply 1 success and 1 shield. Wow. After that action, discard this condition. So now our Bright Wizard is empowered. That is pretty awesome. It's going to come in handy, I'm sure. And then the last part is ready all of your actions. So basically, all of the actions for our Warrior Priest become available again. However, that was his 2nd action for this round. Up next and last for the hero rounds anyway, it's going to be the Bright Wizard. And I've already decided what the Bright Wizard is going to do. The Bright Wizard has 1 success on Fan the Flames, so she's going to go ahead and do her aid card. Roll 2 white dice, so she's going to have 1 success automatically plus 2 white dice. Then the target hero may ready 1 action and may suffer a wound to claim a success and ready an additional action. Well, that's not going to be of any use for the warrior priest, but we do want to do some aiding, giving him some success tokens for his next turn. Alright, let's go to the dice tray. We already have 1 success. We're going to be rolling 2 white dice. Alright, so we have 1 success already, rolling 2 white dice. Let's hope we don't get 2 shields. on, something good. All right, so we have a starburst, so we have another success. This is going to give us another success. All right, so we re-roll that symbol, and we get another one. So we're going to have a total of 4 success tokens to put on the warrior priest cards. Excellent. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we have 4 aid tokens, success tokens to put on the warrior priest card. We might as well have his righteous fury get another one. Sigmar, so we're going to do 1 more on the exploration, and we're going to put 2 on battle prayers. So he has 2 on battle prayers, 2 on path of redemption, 2 on righteous fury. All of his cards are now ready to be used. This is good stuff. All right, and continuing on with Fan the Flames, I'll just show you it here, of course. We've done the aid action, and the target hero may ready an action. Well, doesn't need to, so this part of this is just not going to then take effect. All right, and so that is going to be exhausted, that card. And we're going to zoom out, and then we are going to be getting into the enemy phase. All right, it's enemy phase time, and we're starting with the first player here, which is our warrior priest. He has no active enemies engaged with him, so we're going to have to go to the one in the shadows. Now, I did this incorrectly in the first episode, round 1. Let's do it correctly this time. All you do is flip this over. So he's activating this enemy, and it's a clan rat. So it would activate up here in the shadows. Now we're going to follow its text from left to right, its activation here. So what does it do? It advances. So it's going to advance to the active player. So it will advance to our warrior priest, and then it's going to inflict, and it will inflict 1 damage. Now this guy has only 1 health, but he has 1 resilience, so we're going to have to do 2 damage to take him down. And he is now engaged with our warrior priest and having given him a damage. So we're going to go from 3 damage up to 4. All right. And of course, that enemy would then be exhausted. He's done his actions. That's the only enemy we had at all. So now at the end of the enemy phase, we ready all enemies that were exhausted. So we're doing that. All right, up next is the location phase. Now we do have 6 tokens on our winding tunnels, which took us a little while to get through here, but we are getting through the winding tunnels. So it says at the end of the location phase, well, we're not going to get to the end of the location phase. We have a start of location phase where nothing happened, and now we have a movement, or moving on. So we're going to leave the winding tunnels. So we're basically finished with that location, and we're going to now move to our next location. Of course, we have had enough tokens to move on. So our next location is going to be, we're going to do the setup for it, and we find a Fungal Patch cave. So we got through the winding tunnels, and we've now ended up in a fungal cave. It says mushrooms of various shapes and sizes grow wildly upon the ground here. Some are delicious and nutritious, most are not. Yeah, I don't think I'd be eating many of those. And it says at the end of the location phase, the party leader rolls 1 enemy die. On a hit, he becomes sickened. Oh, great. So there's lots of spores in the air, and we need 7 successes to move on from this location. We're going to spawn 3 enemies engaged with our heroes and 1 in the shadows. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. We're going to start with our warrior priest. Wow, 3 enemies. This is not good. All right, so we are spawning our first enemy face up, and it is a ghoul elite. Wow, 3 hit points. He has disease advance and does 2 damage. So he will be engaged with our warrior priest. Our second enemy is going to go alternating now over to the bright wizard. It's an orc boy. Okay, he doesn't have inflict. He just have it as advance. He's 2 damage. He has 1 resilience, 2 health. And that is over to the bright wizard. And the third and final card for our fungal patch, this will be engaged with our warrior priest. Wow, another elite, a night goblin archer. So he would retreat and inflict, but of course he's not activating it. 3 damage, wow, and 3 health. So this guy's nasty from a distance, and he's also engaged with our warrior priest. Wow, we got some pain coming up. And lastly, we have 1 enemy in the shadows. So we don't know what it is. Okay, that takes care of our location phase, and now we are into the peril phase, which is our little chart up here. So we're going to have to zoom in because something is going to happen. All right, it's peril phase time, and we're going to be moving our tracker into the green zone here. It says, so we're going to trigger the green effect here. It says, a grinning goblin steps into view. This is Gump's place. He waves a nasty, filth-smeared dagger at you. Zog off, or I'm going to shank you with me shank. And we're going to spawn Odious Grump, which is bad news for our warrior priest. And we'll see here when I zoom out and spawn him here in a second. All right, and the reason it's bad news for our warrior priest is he is our leader, first player at the moment. And when we spawn in the peril phase, we spawn Odious Grump to the active player. Unfortunately, our warrior priest already has 3 enemies engaged with him, so he cannot have Odious Grump spawn into his engagement area. So instead, if you cannot spawn any more enemies into your area, you're going to take damage equal to the spawned enemy's damage, which is 2, and then Odious Grump is going to be hanging around up here. So our warrior priest is going to go to 6 damage. Ouch from that. But we have changed locations now. We're into the Fungal Patch, and that will conclude basically round 2 unless I've messed things up. And yes, just to make sure, I remember for round 3 our Bright Wizard, of course, will be the first player again. So I'll put the token over there, and I'll set this to a 1. Alright, so that's how we're leaving it off. Our Bright Wizard has Fireball, Fan the Flames, Exhausted. She has Burning Sight available, which will refresh her cards, and Smoldering Wrath, and 3 damage. Odious Grump is on the scene. Now, if we defeat Odious Grump before we get to the blue on the peril track, we will actually put 4 successes on the location, because it says at the top here, after Odious Grump is defeated, he flees and the party tracks him. Place his enemy card in the Nemesis lair, then add 4 progress to the current location. So something to keep in mind, if we wipe this guy out, we can put 4 successes on the location. I'm going to quickly zoom down once again on the Bright Wizard and on our warrior priest, so you can have a look at what is going on with them, and you could give me some suggestions if you want for the next round. So I'm going to do that quickly, and then we're going to wrap it up for today. Alright, so looking at the Bright Wizard, 3 damage. She has the Orc Boy on her. Her Fireball, Fan the Flames are exhausted. She has 2 successes on Burning Sight, and she has Smoldering Wrath available. She's also empowered right now. So it says, do not exhaust your next action card that you use. During that action, apply this. Now we can hang on to the empowered. Oh no, do not. Oh, it's going to happen right away. So unfortunately for the Bright Wizard, Smoldering Wrath is the only one that's going to be really of use, but it won't exhaust when we use it. So that's pretty good, and she can exhaust then the Orc Boy. So that would be okay. Oh, but he cannot be exhausted. This enemy can exhaust only after it activates, so forget that. Anyway, this is the setup for a Bright Wizard. She will be going first in round 3. Let's take a look now at our Warrior Priest. Alright, so the Warrior Priest here has got 6 damage on him now. It's not great. He has the Clan Rat, the Ghoul, Elite, and the Night Goblin Archer Elite on him, which is not good. We also have Righteous Fury. He has 2 success tokens on Righteous Fury, 2 on Path of Redemption, 2 on Battle Prayers. All of his actions are available. He'll be going second in round 3. So I'm just going to zoom out. We're going to wrap up, and I don't know if we're in trouble or not. It looks like we may be. And I should say I'm not the master of this game by any stretch. I have lost this scenario several times. So it's pretty tough, I think, with just 2 characters. I think if you play with all 4, you might have a slightly easier time. But hey, I'm up for the challenge, and I get suggestions and comments from you guys to help me out. Alright, hope I haven't made any mistakes. I will try to leave comments as I edit this video. If I catch them, if I don't, please leave comments in in the comment section of the video and point out what I'm doing wrong or what I messed up, and I will get it fixed, or hopefully fixed, before the next episode. So thanks so much for watching along. This is Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game. I'm going to be going through the whole campaign because I think this is pretty fun stuff. Even if we lose this quest number 1, we can continue on into quest number 2. And I'm hopeful that we can defeat Odious Grump and continue on with a success, but maybe not. So thanks so much for your comments, your suggestions, your subscriptions and likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation. It'll be round 3, Warhammer Quest, the adventure card game, probably coming up in a few days or so. So thanks so much for watching along, everybody, and we'll see you then. And so yes, here I am at the end of the episode doing a correction. I forgot. Our Bright Wizard had empowered. She would get +1 success and +1 shield, and the action she took would not be exhausted. So Fan the Flames would not be exhausted. We have to add 1 more success token to our Warrior Priest, and the only place it can go is Sigmar's Light. Alright, sorry about that. But I did actually catch it in editing. So there you have it. So basically our Bright Wizard now has Fireball exhausted, and the rest are okay. And our Warrior Priest now has 1 success on Sigmar's Light, which he didn't have before. So anyway, thanks so much for watching along. Join me for round 3 next time.